And where do you feel you are coming into this year as opposed to where you were going into last year?
As a player. I feel like I'm just like understanding the game more and understanding the position more because, of course, like everybody knows, last year was like my first true season, actually learning O line, learning techniques, like like looking at different types of front and just learning the game. So I feel like I'm like so much better than I was. It's like having a feel for the game than I was last year.
Speaking of position of where you were a year ago, it seemed like a couple days ago, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that someone else was taking first team reps with you. Is that just more so just kind of experimenting with other guys who could possibly be in this rotation, or?
We just trying to figure out who meshed together the best and like give everybody different chances with different people to like just like to show who what five plays the best with each other, and like just rotating things around.
You guys are one of the more experienced rooms in the building. What's it been like just having all that experience in that room and just rolling into the season like that? So,
Well, with the more experience, like we got transfers like Vic and Quincy, and then you got me, Buckshot, and like a lot of other guys that has played lots of football games, and it's like our room is like the leaders of the team. So like as long as we push, everybody else just pushes too.
Was there a moment where you felt like it kind of clicked for you last year?
Yes. I had some struggles at the beginning of the year. Like it wasn't like a talent thing. It was more of like just trying to figure out what was going on sometimes, and just like being in like the like bad position and stuff. But like towards the end of the year, I felt like I started picking it up more and more as the season went on and got more comfortable out there.
You kind of alluded to it there, but you mentioned in your first answer really just things you didn't understand. What's an example of that, something that you can learn as you get older? Because I feel like to us, we might not really understand what you're looking at as an offensive lineman.
Well, as I like to say, the tackles they control the alley. So like looking in, seeing like nickels and safeties coming down, like just like noticing little stuff to help the whole O line, not only yourself but the whole O line out.
You were talking about experience a little bit ago, and Lane and Coach Weiss when he was in there a couple weeks ago, he was talking about how important continuity is in the offensive line, especially when it comes to running the type of tempo that this offense likes to run and all that. Just besides that, and in other areas, just how important will continuity be this year, just as a whole with that, especially that unit.
It's always important, really, of course, because everybody has to be on the same page consistently. So it's like, and that comes back to the whole thing where it's like the rotating goes on. It's like when you rotate, you got to have when you get new faces beside you, sometimes that's where stuff starts to go downhill. But like we're all used to playing with each other, and we're all on the same page because if one person's wrong, we're all wrong. So that's just how it works.
Kind of like I asked you about yourself. What have you kind of seen from Jackson Dart this year as opposed to going into last year?
He just seems a little bit more comfortable. I talk to him all the time, and it's like last year he was comfortable, and it's like this year, it's like you can see it even more. He's more comfortable. He sits back. He's like he controls it now a lot better than he did last year. So I think he's a whole lot better than he was too, just from a whole season to starting.
Kind of your relationship with him, if you could answer that.
That's my man. That's my man. I talk to Dart all the time. He'd be the last two in the locker room. Sometimes I just sit and chop it up with him. I love him. Good dude on and off the field.
What were some things coming into this year you felt you had to improve on after a pretty good season last year?
Just like little technique stuff in the past, like sometimes like I had like I'm taking the wrong angles in my pass sets, or like even in a run on the backside of things, I stepped the wrong way, or I'm like not getting where I need to be, like the landmark. So like little stuff like that. Mm-hmm.